What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Fire Emblem Fridays. So, today, we're finishing up with our last part of the Birthright randomizer we've been doing in the past, I want to say, 4 or 5 months at this point. Now, we're finally on to Garon's throne room. It's finally time to go kill Garon. And he is not going to be an easy fight. He's actually not that much stronger than he was in Chapter 12, I think it was. In fact, I think he might even be weaker. But he's got a lot of stronger allies with him this time. So we show up, and then there's this awesome cutscene showing off how overpowered Garon is.
I'm so glad you made it home.
Don't ask me why he is even able to be defeated if he can strike the ground with his axe, not even the weapon end, and instantly create a jet of lava, but whatever. So then, this time, he's here to kill us. And basically, we can't actually hurt him with our current Yato, because, you know, enchanted puppets of Anankos are super overpowered. So now he basically almost kills us, and I think takes us to like a near-death experience or something. And then, using our song, we're able to weaken him somewhat, but what? I feel like this cutscene is messed up right now. I think Azura is actually supposed to be in like his hand or something, but whatever. In any case, we're getting destroyed here, and now suddenly Ryomo, who hasn't showed up once in this entire playthrough, has his Rajinta react to the Yato, and we get the Blazing Yato, I think it's called.
How'd you do that?
Yep, Blazing Yato. So now we get a much stronger weapon, and we should be able to actually stand a chance here.
We're not done yet.
And this time we can actually wound him, so now we can actually stand our ground. Except now, when we were initially right on top of him in the fight, we're suddenly far away. And this is about to be a super painful fight because all of these enemies are actually overpowered. Like this Berserker, for instance, who has 34 strength, greater than even Garon, apparently. So yeah, this isn't going to mess around, and as a result, I've actually used all of my stat boosting items to make our units stronger for this fight. So, this is where being on casual mode is going to help us out a bit, because it means I don't really care if I lose a unit or two along the way, as long as I eventually get to the end. So, we're going to be going all in on this. And it is probably going to be a very painful fight, and we might lose half our units. But we are going to win this one way or another. Let's save, just in case I inevitably game over. And we'll jump straight into it. Now, I'm pretty sure enemies come from the sides to try to kill us too. Yeah. What staff is over here? Entrap. That's not nice. Entrap is actually really, really bad right now, because Entrap would make it so that we'd get thrown into that mess of mages who all have super strong tomes. Also, we'd probably go straight into the range of these Wyvern Riders. So, first play here, I think, has to be... I do not have the Barb Shuriken I wanted. Here, let's go Convoy. Trade this for the Barb Shuriken I purchased in between episodes, and then trade with Izlama. Pick up Ryoma's Club, which I don't honestly care about. And now we have a few more combat options. But we're going to be using the Sting Shuriken here because it's pretty sure our ability to kill this guy.
Shall we?
Yep. So there goes that general.
Apologies.
But we're going to have to play super carefully here because I think most units here can probably kill us in 2 or 3 hits. Except maybe Kaze, who has stupidly high defenses. But the point is, if we don't play safe, we are going to lose. Yep, okay, so Berserkers we've found get dumpstered by Kaze, so we'll use Kaze to deal with this guy. So there's 1 hit, he deals 0 damage to us, and there's the second. Gotta love it when you have a stupid amount of Norian blades that all boost your defenses, so that you can easily dispatch a few overpowered units in your way. Alright, and then this one has a silver sword. Of course it does. Of course it has the weapon I didn't want it to have. Let's check this knight's range. Okay, so... my thought... well, actually, we're pretty much guaranteed to get a kill either way, so I guess I'll just stick with the Sting Shuriken. Wait, does he have an axe? Silver Sword Spear. Excellent. No axe, which means we're safe to use the Sting Shuriken. I was going to use the Barb Shuriken for the higher crit rate, but if we get the kill either way, then it's best to just use the weapon that will be most effective against the next enemy that's going to try to kill us. So then we get some more stats. And let's continue moving on. Oh, I don't think I checked who's going to rush us here. Silver Sword Spear. Okay, we shouldn't take any real damage from them. Let's get Ike ready to rush in. Oh, I did not... jeez, I'm so used to having Willa's turn wheel, it's actually annoying to not have it. Whatever. Let's see here. Most of my tomes aren't any good for Ike, because the better ones I have are too low a weapon rank. Whatever. Most of our units are out of danger. The ones that are in danger should be able to deal with those that threaten them pretty easily. So like this spear isn't going to do anything to us. And this guy's spear might do some damage to us, but then we murder him in return. Yeah, so 9 damage. Oh wow, we get the crit anyway. Okay. Yeah. So I think in that we did like 136 damage to him when he only has like 40 or 50 HP. So pretty much overkill. Now this time we want to have Kaze go and kill the... we want to have Kaze go and kill the Bow Knight here, because we have a lot of units nearby who can deal with this Great Knight. Great Knights tend to have poor resistance, especially when they're enemy Great Knights, so we should be able to dispatch the Great Knight there using one of our magic users. Probably since he used the spear, we'll get into close quarters using Ike's Bolt Axe, which is now 100% to hit, and in 2 hits we get the kill.
No need to worry.
So yeah, that's pretty much the only weakness of the Great Knight. I mean, that and they're kind of slow, but their speed doesn't really matter that much as often because the Great Knight tends to be able to deal with its problems without worrying about its speed stat. So let's go Spirit Katana here, because it'll give us the ability to get some of our health back at the start of the next turn, and it'll guarantee this kill by having 100% damage.
Death comes for
Yep,
everyone.
there we go. And I think we're out of danger. Yes, we are. Now I want to draw out the units that are supporting this Entrap staff so that when we do get hit with Entrap, it won't matter much. Because Entrap would mess us up right. It would draw us into a ton of units that we do not want to have to fight as a group. Okay, all of these have spells, which is good to know. These ones don't actually have axes, but I don't think I have any good resistance tanks here. I've got a couple units with decent resistance, but most of them are on the other side of the map, so I guess let's get Azama over here because he's been pretty good against magic. And then Ike's resistance is decent, and Corrin's is terrible, which is why I used a talisman on him in between episodes, but it won't really matter. We can also get Rinka over here to help pitch in, and then I think that'll be enough, but we'll just get everyone over here in case. My thought is, deal with the enemies that are rushing us, and then we can approach Garon. Okay, so the staff user is getting close. It's also got Fimble Fetter. It's about the same strength as these other Fimble Fetter users that are rushing us, but the main concern about this staff user is that it's got Fortify, which means it can heal everyone in range. As a result, we need to kill everything that it could heal before they get the chance to. Oh hey, I can use the rat spirit now. That's nice. Let's have Azama use the Barb Shuriken, which I do have, to take out one of these guys. Actually, yeah, that's the only chance I have using one of my shurikens.
Shall we?
Okay, we'll block that with Shield Gauge, and we don't get the kill. Oh well, he's at 1 health. It'll be easy to get the kill.
Oh?
And that was actually a decent level too. So then, let's have Kaden use his Grass Naginata to fight this guy. Long term, it is still better to do it the way I just did, as opposed to using Saizo's Dragonstone. I was going to say that the Dragonstone would give us extra resistance to make that fight easier, but it would appear that that would not work the way I wanted it to. Alright, so let's see. 6 times 4. Oh, that's not good. Okay, who did I give a Worm Slayer to? I know I gave someone here a Worm Slayer. Ah, here we go. That'll work well. Oh, a Berserker. That is something I am very glad I noticed, because a Berserker right now is the last thing I want to see. Well, in that case, now I think it's more valuable to have my shield gauge up than it is to get the extra 3 points in defense. So I'll use the Worm Slayer, so that way I get the kill guaranteed. And without getting any retaliation, which means I start the enemy phase with a charged shield gauge. As a result, I won't be able to take damage on the first enemy that attacks me, which will make it so that I'm safer. Ideally, I'll finish off this guy as well. Though that's going to require either a bit more luck or a bit more danger. Let's see if we can get that luck. Okay, there's one crit. If we can get the second crit here, we get the kill. Oh, no we don't. Never mind. I thought it dealt 6 damage instead of 4. I was wrong. Okay, but we can have Ike use the Rat Spirit and guarantee the kill either way.
We won't lose.
And get a level. Nice. Excuse me. Alright, so with that, let's just get our other allies into position to support when we get rushed. And, oh dear, I think Rinka's about to die. Yep, she's dead. Oh well. Sad that Rinka the Chopstick Ninja finally fell. Although I think he died a few chapters ago in that one chapter where I lost literally everyone, but that's not the point. Oh, jeez, our Worm Slayer accuracy is garbage. What happened?
The pain will pass.
Why is our accuracy so bad? I can't believe we hit what then? What?
Your battle
How did
has
we hit
ended.
both of those? You know what? I'm not going to complain. Frankly, in this situation, that's very valuable because it means that we only took 2 damage and we killed the unit that was threatening us. And now the spear is going to do no damage to us, so that's basically free shield gauge charge. Alright, go ahead and kill Hayato, basically. Oh, you don't. Cool. That's nice. That makes things a bit simpler. But how did that Berserker have such high avoidance? We had a weapon triangle advantage. The Worm Slayer's hit rate is fine. Did it have Darting Blow or something? I don't know. Well, in any case, let's use the Worm Slayer to kill one of these Wyvern Lords, and as a result, we'll charge our field gauge again, making us safer on the next enemy phase that we run into, where we're in danger. Or just when we attack someone next. And then we'll switch to our Bolt Axe on Ike to get us the skill tree. And then we'll YOLO. Oh, no, we won't. That's a 20% hit rate. That's not gonna work. And then, nope. Reina is also garbage. Let's see. Oh wow, the Yedo is really strong. I haven't actually used the Blazing Gato yet. So let's just use that and get this kill. So that should make it pretty easy to clear out a few more of these enemies now that we've got a 16 might weapon on our side. That also gives us extra strength and speed. I think it's actually a total of +5 speed because of the fact that it's a katana, so when equipped it gives you the +1 speed at the cost of a bit of defense and resistance, and because it's got the effect of providing the extra stats anyways. So then, more enemies are going to rush us. I'm half expecting to get entrapped at the start of the next turn, probably with someone who is not in a position to get, or to survive such a trap at all. So I guess we'll just go and do the best we can. Let's use the rabbit spear here, because that should get us this kill. And at the moment, I just want to kill as many enemies as I can, because the more enemies die, the less enemies attack us.
Who's next?
So with that, that's one Dark Knight down. And now I'm thinking we go Barb Shuriken and hope for a crit.
We've got trouble.
One. Ooh, we miss. Ragnarok misses. That's the first time we've seen that happen in an episode or two. But unfortunately we don't get the crit. I guess let's switch to... Oh, no we won't. That's not going to work at all. I was going to switch to Reyna to fight there just so that we'd have some entrap bait and none of our better units would get caught in it. But we'll just use Scarlet because it's a 100% chance to get that kill. And then we'll switch to Oboro, I think. Oh no. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm going on... I want to say this is almost the 3rd hour of recording in a row. So my throat's starting to get a bit dry, but whatever. This is an unfortunate chapter to have removed my Kodachi from Kaze. So let's see what we can do here. Very, very little. That's really unfortunate. But if we go Dragonstone, we can get 14 damage, possibly more if we get a lucky crit. I probably should have used Kaden there instead, but whatever. Symbol Vetter will deal a chunk of our health and probably put us in danger of dying. So then we'll use the Blazing Yato and hope to get the kill without getting hit, because Symbol Vetter would hurt a lot right now. Ooh, Dragon Fang, that will do it. So with Dragon Fang activating, that's going to be this kill guaranteed, because we had 100% accuracy. Wow, 56 damage. That would have been nice to get before we lost most of Kaze's health. Not Kaze, Saizo. I always get the two mixed up.
You'll be alright.
And then we get a nice growth, giving us more strength and good stats. Okay, so we're going to go there, and I don't think that's actually going to help me with what I was trying to do, which is keep Oboro out of danger. But honestly, if she dies, I don't really care. After this fight, there's only one more left, and I'm hoping to end that second fight as quickly as possible.
I'm coming with
Okay, if we miss one of, or if they miss one of these, we'll survive, but we're not gonna get that. Yeah, no. That's unfortunate.
No way.
No matter. Okay, that spear is very much a matter. That's not good. Oh, dear. Yeah, I should have checked the danger areas more carefully. Oh well, I don't really care if Reyna dies now, so... Oh jeez, that... Yes, they missed. Awesome. Okay, so now with our basically dead Reyna, I almost feel like suicide bombing with her might be the best choice. Just get someone to provide support for the attack. And go for whatever gives us the best debuff on him, or the best bonus. And in both instances, that's Kaze's Needle. So we'll go with that.
No dying on me.
So then this won't deal any damage off of... or any substantial damage off the initial attack, but then we get Poison Strike, we get stat debuffs, and we get effectively a free rally speed. And now because he used a spear, we can run up with our bolt axe and cut him in the face. Okay, that was phrased weirdly. Sorry. Anyway. So then with that, that's one general dead. I think there's 2 more generals, and then I want him to take care of the 2 healers covering Garon as well. Ooh, trample. That's going to be really useful. Because Garon counts as a non-mounted enemy. As does... Oh, it's a sorcerer next to him. With Vantage... Vantage, Life Taker, Duelist's Blow. That's the one that might have made that Berserker so hard to hit. Duelist's Blow and Tome Fair. That is evil game. At least it's immobile, but still, that is evil. And then there's Recover and Fortify on this. Yeah, so these 3 are going to be painful to fight. Especially since Garon is on a throne, because of course he is. Well, I mean, it actually makes a lot of sense from a story perspective why he would be on a throne here. But my point is, it's annoying. Alright. If I hit with Rinka's club, it's the kill. So I guess let's try it. Come on, come on. Dang it! And now, he got a 6% crit? Seriously? Oh my goodness. That's a little BS. Okay. So, let's use Kaze's, sorry about that, left my ringer on. Let's use Kaze's Wormslayer to take down this, Wyvern Lord for free. And then I want to have Kaze rush in using his shield gauge to help sweep some of the enemies quickly. And then let's use... Oh, we actually want to be in close quarters, that's right. In that case, may as well go for the Great Club, because it gives us an absurd crit rate. And crits are fun. So yep, there's a crit. On someone who can actually hit something with a crit weapon. Now, if only I had Death Blow on him. Oh well. And from there, let's just go... Let's see what Caden can do. Oh yes, much better. So let's... Sorry, I really should have turned my ringer up the first time. I just,
Such
posted
beauty.
that. I hope you guys couldn't hear too much of that, but whatever. At the moment, we're in this chapter. It's not going fantastically. It's a rough fight. We're gonna play it out. So, let's do what we can here. Okay, so there's that, and then we'll just start reviewing. Oh dear, I disabled the danger area. That explains why the danger area was suddenly gone. Okay, yeah, that was my fault. That was my fault. That was a stupid move on my part. Whatever. Bolt axe is a guaranteed kill on this one. And a shield gauge charge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that means we can get in range to attack the sorcerer or even Garon. And have a shield gauge up to do so. For now, let's just rush. Oh, I should have done this in melee.
What should we do?
There goes a shield gauge. That could have been really valuable. Oh well. Then we get Aggressor, which is plus 7 damage when we initiate the attack, so let's get rid of Beastbane, because that's not doing us any favors. Not in this form or fight right now. And we'll rush. Wow, Corrin actually is somewhat able to duel Garon here. And pretty much no one else is. But let's see what we can do. So I think we're gonna dual katana to kill the maid Garon has here. Because we need this maid dead so that he can't heal. Or at least heal more than the throne will put on. So there's one hit. As long as he doesn't trigger, or she doesn't trigger Pavis, we're fine. There we go. Actually, I didn't check how much health she had left. We might have been able to get the kill either way. There's max level, so strength, skill, luck, and resistance. That's a pretty good level.
All right.
And not a fantastic level for Lucina, but she got defense, which is always nice. Okay, so I can assume that anything in the danger area is Garon at this point. How does... Ooh, really bad. I was checking to see how or how Ike's damage worked out there, but it's not a pretty picture. Oh, well, I already threw someone into Garon's range, so I almost feel like I should just go all in. If I were to go all in, use the dual shuriken, I could get a stat debuff. I would get debuffed by Draconic Hex, but I could. Or, I could go in, use the Barb Shuriken, try to kill this Sorcerer. I think that's what I should do. I should be able to kill this Sorcerer regardless of what happens, especially if I get a crit and kill him before he retaliates. So then, thanks to that, I now have just Garon to worry about. But he is going to attack me first. So I think my play is give him a few more options. Or even just sack Reyna if I felt like it. Yeah, that's gonna hurt a lot. See, what I think I should have done is, as Garrett actually said there, use Reyna as a sacrificial lamb. Someone to basically tank the attack for me. Alright. Let's go Hinata's Katana, just so in case we get retaliated. Or in case he chooses to attack us back next turn, we'll get some nice damage off. And Bulwark actually won't do any real damage to us there. He'll get Draconic Hex off, which is not good. But it's not the worst thing either. And then we actually charge the shield gauge fully on this attack. So, we block his Bulwark attack, which is awesome, especially if he gets his crit. Nope, but we block it regardless. That's fine. And we missed the second hit, but we've done some hefty damage to him anyway. Oh, that's right. Dragon Skin... I forgot that Dragon Skin does a stupid amount of work when it comes to keeping him alive. Here, let's step out of range for a second. Switch to the Spirit Tonic, get some healing. We'll have Saizo use the Bloom Festal to accelerate that healing. So this way I can have Azama go back in next turn. If Garon is still alive then. And we'll start by having Korin try to kill him. If we hit both times, we'll be done.
I can help.
And it's on to Endgame. Dragon Fang, that's nice. Especially now if we hit. Okay, we hit. That's very good. I think that might be... Oh, no, not quite. Right, because it halves offensive skills. Right. There's Dragon Fang again, though. Don't miss. Yes, okay. So that's King Garon's chapter done, but we still have Endgame left where he transforms into a big dragon and basically kills us, and then we have a dream sequence, and then we come back, I'm pretty sure, and then we win. Or, I suppose win should be in air quotes, because technically Ankos is still alive and would be able to just make another puppet and cause more problems for the kingdom in the future, even though the ending screens of this game imply that he doesn't.
It's over.
So now, Garon revives and turns into a big creepy dragon, thanks to Ankos' help. And he pretty much one-shots Korin, and then we come back. Endgame. Dawn breaks. Here we go. I think it starts us near the boss here. I hope it does. Because then we can try to go after him immediately and kill him immediately and ignore his backup. That's my hope and goal for this, basically. Oh yeah, here's some of the characters who died trying to protect us. So, well, okay, I guess Flora didn't really die trying to protect us, but yeah, we're in a dream sequence where we're seeing all the people we got killed. I gotta say, I kinda like the one in Conquest better. Just because I think that one's more impactful, in my opinion. And then it's doing the thing like what happened in Awakening, where there's, or if you choose to sacrifice the avatar, in which case all of your allies are like, oh, we'll help you, we'll save you, we'll find you, it's okay, we'll all be together in the end, blah blah blah. And so then Corin magically gets out of his dream and we go fight things. Well, not immediately. We've still got a bit more cutscene to ignore for now. And I think we're rewinding through the death scenes. Or like through those who have died. Yep. We're talking one last time to each of the people who died on our way here. And so, in a moment, when it's done scrolling through all of the deaths, we'll be able to go fight Garon. Oh, we're back on this tower for no reason? Oh yeah, then we remanifest the Yedo, which broke because reasons, and then we Deus Ex Machina ourselves back to life.
Here.
And then it's on to the final battle. I think. Is it finally onto the actual fight yet? Oh no, it's more cutscene. Like, it's cool, it's an interesting story bit, but it is getting a bit annoying how much cutscene there is. And then we finally get to the fight, I think? Yes, finally, here we go. View map. Oh, Garon's a ways away, that's not nice. Okay. So, my plan is still the same. Basically, we're going to pair up everyone in our normal pair-ups, and we're going to rush them, and we are not going to care what gets in our way. I think we're going to use a few of our allies as meat shields and distractions to buy us some time, because that way we'll be able to have the key allies survive to get close to Garon to finish him off. I'm pretty sure he still has dragon skin, and yeah. But the main problem is he has 1 to 2 range, which means he can attack at distance still. And additionally, he can move, which is also annoying. Actually, yeah, we are going to keep Reyna where she can be used as a sacrifice, because I need to be able to buy myself time. And from there, I think we're good. Actually, we're going to switch her board in here so that she's not as dead. Oh, right, you can't save before this. It's time, Corin, yada yada yada. So now she uses her song, and we go into the fight. Okay, let's mark Garon's range first and foremost. And then these sigils will constantly spawn enemies, kind of like they did in Awakening's Endgame. So what we need to do is ideally try to end this map as quickly as possible. So, I'm thinking I can count on a 26% chance missing. If it hits, I will be furious, and there isn't anything I can do about it because I can't soft reset, because that requires a lot of complications and having to refight Garon from last campaign.
I can't.
But now we trigger Dragon Fang, which means we're going to get this kill. Nice. Cool. So, with that dead, I don't really care about the Faceless. I don't think they have any skills that could bother us. No skills, no skills. Thimble Vetter could hurt a bit, but I don't really care that much. Grave Sword, that's dangerous. Let's see what we get. He's in range to get hit by Azama, that's excellent. So because he's in range of Azama, we can then get this kill. 1 and 2. And then I think we can have Ike go off and deal some damage to kill that maid. Ooh, we are in range of this, but I'm hoping it'll also damage the enemies, and if it does, that'll help us beat. Alright, so we take no damage from her. Let's just use the bolt axe. We should be able to get this.
We need each other.
If not the kill, then we should be able to chunk her for most of her health. And get Savage Blow. And we're not quite in range. Shoot. No matter. We'll be there shortly. And then... let's... does this one have freeze? No, it doesn't. Cool. So then we'll go dual katana, I think, because it gives us the potential to kill this guy if we hit both attacks. Come on, please hit both attacks, or crit on one. That would work too. Okay, cool.
No choice.
That's fine. So then we get this kill, we charge our shield gauge partially, and our defenses are pretty decent, and now we can deal with any lance user that comes our way pretty easily. Or we at least get weapon triangle advantage against this silver dagger to reduce the chances we get shot in the face. And so now we hope Garon rushes us. Oh, you're gonna throw a dagger at Corey. That's not nice. Don't debuff him so your mage can come kill me. That's not nice. I'm trying to beat the game, not get stomped. And at the moment, Yedo is basically the only weapon that can do substantial damage to Garon, so... even though we can do damage to him otherwise, I wouldn't like to count on that.
Here we go.
So it's still ideal, but all of this is actually still working out. This guy will use his Brave Sword, deal no damage. Ideally, best case scenario, we hit both of these attacks and get the kill. Nope. Whatever. All I really need is for Garon to get thrown out, and then we can try to kill him. Yes, the sorcerer, or the strategist missed. Good. Alright, it's sacrifice time. And it will hopefully draw Garon out. That's all I honestly care about. I need Garon to move so that he's in range for us to kill him. Because rushing him is going to be exceedingly painful. Okay, let's go over here. We can't get the kill using that. But Azama can, using any of his various shurikens. Actually, I think let's put Azama in range using the Sting Shuriken. So that way we can deal with the general, we can fight the maid, and we can retaliate against Garon.
Rest in peace.
And suddenly I kind of wish I hadn't put Reyna in the danger area. But actually, no, having more allies in the danger that I don't care as much about in the danger area is good, because then that way they have more targets. Which means Garon can potentially target Reyna instead of Azama. Ooh, and Rinka gets this crit to help us clear out the enemies.
You're done.
So then from there, we use the dual katana again to kill this maid. I think we got debuffed by her last turn, but it won't matter now. Because weapon triangle advantage makes it so we can easily get this kill. Alright. So then from here, let's have Ike use the Rat Spirit to try to get this kill. I swear, if I get the 1% chance to not hit, no, we're good. Just the RNG has been very unkind throughout the course of this playthrough, so I'd like to rely on it as little as possible from here on out. And then let's heal up Corin so he's ready for the final fight, which hopefully will start next turn. And so then, here comes... oh no, you're just gonna come in with the steel dagger. Oh! You missed the second attack, or I triggered Miracle or something! I don't care what it was, we're alive!
Let's do this.
But then we die. Hey, the more enemy turns we waste, the better. Okay, so Rinka's gonna take a ton of damage here and probably die because of these rocks.
Here we go.
Yep, there goes Rinka. No matter. She helped us out enough. Oh, but that Bow Knight might kill, why can't I think of his name? Hayata. Oh, come on, Garon. Just move already. All I want to do is kill you. Is that really so? No, don't answer that. Alright. It looks to me like there's nothing stopping us from rushing Garon, so let's go for it. I'm thinking Barb Shuriken because then there's at least the chance we'll crit, even though it does reduced damage. And then even though we're going to take a ton of damage from this, the shield gauge will charge by the end of it, meaning we'll be able to endure Garon's next attack better. And then let's see how Corin does. What threshold do we need to hit to get this kill? It's a pretty big one, actually. That's not good. What other options do we have? Cause I rush it? Not really, but he can at least try to clear out this general for us, or cripple them at the very minimum. In the meantime, let's just have, I don't know, Hayato try to kill this Bow Knight so he doesn't follow us or something. Well, that was a disaster. Oh well. Let's see. I think at this point I do still have to just go all in then. Right area to feed Garon HP. Well, we definitely don't want that happening. Can we even trigger it? Yes, we can, but we don't want to. Alright, so let's go Rabbit Spirit for its higher hit rate. And we'll see what happens.
We can do this.
Come on, please hit. Good, good, good. More damage on Garon is excellent, because it means Corin has to rely on the RNG less. So we get a level, won't really matter that much, because best case scenario, it's over now. Come on, RNG. Come on. Come on. Stay with me here. One last time. Let's go.
I can help.
1. Okay, we just need to hit the other attack. Can we do it? Please, please, please. Okay, we got the Dragon Fang. Yes! That's the hit animation. It's over. Good. Because I way overextended there. If I had missed that attack and thus not killed Garon, I mean, I had the shield gauge charge, which would have meant I'd have been able to survive a bit better, but odds are still pretty good I would have died to that. So then Garon dies. Corin reaches max level conveniently in the process, which is kind of a nice little symbolism, I suppose you could say, or just a nice little quirk. And it's finally over. I'm pretty sure Garon just like fades to dust or something. Oh no, his power fades and he's like, I should have killed you when I were a child. You were my most precious child. You helped me kill them. And then he sort of implies strongly that he was just Anonkos' puppet this entire time. Which we find out to be true in Conquest and Revelations. And then I think we watch Azura die.
Azura?
Yep.
That was great.
No.
And then this happens.
Yes.
So,
Can't you
yeah.
be more gracious?
It's a bit less meaningful with Oboro just because I don't really care about Oboro quite as much. I really like Azura as a character though. And then, yeah, she sort of just fades because she overused her power.
Can I see you? Smile for me. One last time. One more smile before I go. That's right. Lovely.
And then she sort of fades away. I almost think it's more cruel in Birthright with Azura's death here than it is in Conquest, where it's heavily, heavily, heavily implied she dies as in this same way. But by fading out of existence after using her power to help win the final battle. But she sort of dies off screen in that version, whereas this time around we see the entire death sequence. And then we've just got a cutscene of our characters discussing what just happened. And Ryoma, who is... Oh wait, actually we do have Ryoma. I think earlier I said something about how he wasn't here. I remember we got Ryoma at some point, I think he was like an apothecary or something. Whatever, I never actually used him, so insignificant. But then there's this whole chat between the siblings and everyone else.
Alright!
And then it's over. Oh wait, we go to the lake one more time. And I think we like see... Oh wait, no, I think we might just be... Oh, no, that's right, because then Azura shows up in, like, a spirit thing. Because logic. And then she's gone, which pretty much is proof that she was just a spirit, even though we already know she was dead. Oh yes, and then there's this final cutscene.
You know, I always wanted to take you flying. Hello, hello! How's the view up there? Hey!
Don't fall now! Careful!
I told Mother the war is over.
And now they have this random new statue in the courtyard.
You stood
where
for
I'm
peace.
presuming the dragon
Always.
statue that got destroyed
We
earlier
carry
was.
on your legacy.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
That said, our task will always be a difficult one. But no matter how hard it may be, we will succeed with you at our side. All of us, hand in hand.
And I think, yep, that's the start of the credits. So, thank you all so much for watching my Fire Emblem Fates Randomized series. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to leave a like, comment, let me know what you thought, let me know what other shenanigans you'd like to see me try. Let me know what you want me to reclass the villagers into in my Echoes playthrough. I'll be starting that next week for our next episode of Fire Emblem Fridays. And I do have a few preferences as to who I want to make, or as to what classes I want the villagers to be. But beyond that, I'll leave it to the comments. If anyone watching wants to leave that, get involved with the Let's Play, and see what... and help influence my run. Help me find new combinations of classes that I might not have thought to use. And I will see you all in the next video. Have a good day.